when the light bulb I'm changing slips through my fingers and explodes in the sink. Like a dream that I once had for myself that was shattered the same way by reality. I turn the faucet and I watch the water take the tiny frozen spasms of glass down the steel throat of the sink. Because I want that sink to feel like I do. One in 5 young adults suffer from at least one form of mental illness. This can range from depression to anxiety to substance abuse and much more. Rates of young people having severe depression alone have increased from 5% in 2012 to 8% in 2015, and the numbers are only increasing. Life isn't easy for us young adults. We go through the everyday problems that everyone goes through at one point in their lives, but we are told that our problems don't matter because we don't know what real problems look like because we are still so young. I want society to change the way it views young adults with mental illness. I want people to realize that young adults have mental illness too. This election, 12 Bowls of Glass by Bucky Sinister, was chosen to show just how mental illness can take root into the minds and lives of seemingly normal young adults. I was in a restaurant with a mirror for one wall, and this lady, she kisses the mirror, and I had never seen anyone do this in public, and when she did it again, I started to laugh, and she turns around and says, "What?" And so I said, "Do you kiss the mirror when you're alone too, or just when you're in public?" And she said when she's alone too, and not only that she kisses a mirror, but her toaster too, which had burnt her lips. People talk about homeless people and others who talk to themselves are crazy. But the real lunatics are the ones with mirrors and toasters and bread to put in their toasters and walls to hang their mirrors on and lipstick for which to leave prints on reflective surfaces. But if you crazies have to kiss something, well, kiss one of us. We will feel it. It will make a difference. Some of the clouds can go away. Maybe even a few of us will quit talking to ourselves. It's a wonder we all aren't. The reason we never worked out was due to the nature of our relationship. I could equate it to a deer looking into the headlights of an oncoming Buick. We gazed at one another in fascination, blind to the impending disaster. If we had stayed together, we would have just been another roadkill. What I never have figured out is who was the deer and who was the Buick? It's a wonder we all aren't screaming. You get so alone sometimes. You would catch a cockroach and put it in a bottle that you emptied by yourself. Name it Mickey. And talk to it for a few days, until it dies. You get so alone sometimes that the sounds of the faucet dripping and you feel like the crack in your window and the snags in your carpet are talking to you. And you open the refrigerator just to see the lights turn on, but well, it's like all the food quit talking when you open the door and wait until you shut it to start talking again. You get so alone sometimes you feel like throwing all the mirrors out of your 4-story window. but it's the only person who ever seems to visit. You get so alone sometimes you sit in the corner in the same clothes that you've been wearing for 3 days straight, making shadow pictures on the walls, singing songs you barely know off key, making up most of the words. You get so alone sometimes you don't mind the way that you smell, which isn't even bad compared to the rest of the apartment. You get so alone sometimes when you see two people talking together, you wonder what that feels like. You get so alone sometimes that when you come into this coffee house, you are by yourself, and I am by myself, and you want to sit with me, and I want you to sit with me, but we sit apart and keep our mouths shut and pretend like we want this time to ourselves as we read a book or write in a paper or write in our journals, because you get so alone sometimes that you don't even think of things being any other way. It's a wonder we all aren't screaming like madmen. They say you have to eat 12 bowls of the leading brand cereal to get the nutrition you get from one bowl of Total. Well, maybe you have to eat 12 bowls of glass to feel what you get from one bowl of my life. It's a wonder we all aren't screaming like madmen in our sleep.